What's up, Rangers? Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steven. Today we got a special video of the NECA Adventure series, which is based off of the Archie comics of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Slash figure. This was actually sent to us by one of our Patreons. So if you guys would like to get in on that, we have a link in the description. You can help donate today. Also, we got a Discord link to $3 pledge on the Patreon, which is primarily, I know some people don't like it being monetized, I guess is what the word I'm going to use. But it kind of helps to filter things a bit for it. Because if you're willing to donate, means you like the stuff, means you like things like what we're doing. So we'll all get along. Anyways, though, if you guys would like to check it out, link in the description below. Plus, we tend to sometimes when we sell stuff, we try to sell in between things. We usually do pretty good on the deals there as well. So make sure to go check that out. But anyways, so this was sent in, good buddy Russell. And I'll be honest, I have never read any of the Archie comics, but I love this style. And I know some of the characters, because like for the packaging, you get the Slash illustration here on the front side holding a palm tree. This side still looks really menacing. And on the back it shows some of the characters. And I actually know who Man Ray is. Kind of want to get Man Ray. Like now that I got him, I have no idea who these other two are. And I'm not that interested. But it's a maybe. Especially if people are interested in this after the video. Maybe I'll be a little bit more inclined to grab them. Then it'd be kind of cool if we actually got like the turtles from this particular iteration, because then maybe. But for the most part, I always really like Slash, especially from like the video games. So that's where kind of like my love of the character mainly came from. That and well, he was in the 2012 series. I really liked him in that too. So happy to have the character. That I love like the backdrop of this picture is at least appears to be from the comic. So if you leave him in the package, like this is actually one of those ones that would do really well just like sitting in your display case or on a shelf. Just kind of like that. That and also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're actually using a legit mic, or at least I'm trying to. So I have this pop filter set up just in case I got to use the audio from the camera like we usually do. But it keeps wanting to fall down. That's kind of one reason I just want to go to just trying to use an actual mic. But we'll see how it goes. Usually don't use this for recordings, so definitely probably going to be a little bit of trial and error. But for the actual figure, looks amazing. Like the head sculpt to me is great. Like especially with that giant, like almost kind of looks like he's like raising an eyebrow. I love the rock with those nice pointy teeth. You got the frog spots, or amphibian spots, reptile spots, whatever you want to call them. And he's even got a little bit of cheek detailing on the side here as well. It definitely very harkens back to the comic in terms of the coloring. It's almost cell shaded. Same with the chest here too. You even get a couple of little scribbles here on the chest. His belt has some skulls in the front with the Z. And then what appears to be throwing stars on the side here. Wrap around to some pouches in the back. Can never not have enough pouches. Speaking of, can never not have enough spikes. Like this guy definitely reminds me of the 90s in a way, with all the spiky protrusions on the back. You got the Wolverine like predator claws here on the side with the wrappings. You got spikes on his elbow pads. Like he is peak 90s performance in a figure. And then with the paint job, figure is done in, it's almost like a brown color. It's like a greenish brown with more black lining for the muscles. The bumpy bits are in a dark green, sort of like the same coloring for the shell here as well. Oddly enough, no paint job on the nails, but kind of looking at them on here, like they gave him nails, but you don't really see it on the illustrations. So I can understand why it's like that, but maybe not quite accurate enough anyways. Then on the bottom, got some little peg holes if you want to use them on a stand. So overall, oh yeah, he's got those shoulder pads. The wood plank shoulder pads here, done in a very bright white. So detail-wise, fan-freaking-tastic. I don't really own any of the other, like the only other comic book ones I have are the Last Rona ones, which he doesn't really quite match, and he also doesn't match the movies. I don't have any more of the cartoons, so he kind of just hands out with my Playmates ones right now. But still looks really solid. And then for his articulation, which is probably the weakest part of this guy, you get look up about that far, down about that far, a little bit side to side. Like you can rotate them. Same with the bandana on the back here. You can flippy floppy. Arms can go a little bit up and down, but the shoulder pad kind of gets in the way of things. You can rotate the bicep. He's got just a single joint here for the elbows. Hand can rotate a little bit, but you got to worry about the blades here. And then it's also got a hinge, so you can move the knuckle forward. Appears to be nothing really at the waist, because he almost looks like he has a connecting piece here, but there's not much you're really doing there. Legs could do the splits though. Go inwards about that far. A little bit of forward kick, a little bit of a back kick. Oddly enough, double jointed knees. Oh, if I can get it to work anyways. Bit on the stiffy side. There we go. So it bends about that far. You do have the knee pad here, which kind of blocks things. And then feet can go forward and back and rotate side to side. And then for his accessories, he does have the sword here, which he's currently holding, which has the blue on the, I'm assuming that's supposed to be the back, white on the front of the blade. And again, that nice cell shaded, more bent appearance like what you're used to with seeing a Slash. And then for his other stuff, which I have mainly just hanging out in the box here currently, shove those on the ground. Ugh. Also smacking the camera. We have the hook weapon, sort of like the Playmates figures used to have, which just has the white here, and then brown for the handle, some blue for the metal trims. And then for his extra hands, you get a pair of more like clenched fingers. You get an extra gripping hand. And then a pair of, well, one's on him, but a pair of knuckles. And that's pretty much it. So overall, he's solid. Really solid. I think in terms of detailing is where this thing really shines. You're not going to get the most insane poses out of this character, but he's still just going to look cool on your shelf just because he's a very unique looking turtle and character for the series. Now, if you guys like the Archie comics, I don't think this guy's passable. But, like, even the animated series, he would look kind of cool next to. He's got the same kind of style. Maybe not the Mirage ones, but definitely the cartoon. I think this guy could be pretty serviceable with those. And if you guys are interested in picking this guy up, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Help support the channel. Get your guys a sweet turtle collectible. Or just if you guys are looking for comic book turtles in general, they're also available on there as well. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a Ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, Pitches, Facebook. Guys, like keep up to date with the channel. Donate. We greatly appreciate it. Also, probably should grab something for comparison. Just because I got some stuff on the table. Here he is next to a SH Figure Arts Piccolo. We have a NECA TMNT, or not TMNT, Terminator figure. They both begin with a T. And here he is next to the NECA Hudson from Gargoyles. I know I guess you're waving your hand out there. Should have grabbed some turtles, but these are meant to be unedited quick videos. And they also go on our Patreon sooner. So if you guys, again, like to check out our Patreon, get some exclusive content, talk to us, best way to do it. And to help us defeat those kaiju by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a Ranger today. I think I already said that. So we'll just see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.